Well, 1 year later, one community is still chanting Dana Fletcher's name. The Madison County DA ruled Fletcher's killing justified after he was shot and killed by police. Our Kenesha Dees spoke with the Fletcher family on why and how they're keeping his name alive.
It's been close to a year later, and demonstrators are still lining the streets on US 72 and Wall Triana demanding justice for Dana Fletcher.
Someone has to answer for what was done to my son, Dana Sherrod Fletcher, on October 27, 2019.
People near
I'm traveling from Michigan
and far rallied to commemorate 1 year since Dana Fletcher's death. Fletcher was shot outside of Planet Fitness after officials say he was armed. His wife, who was in the van with their daughter, says he wasn't. What led up to the shooting, according to the Madison County Sheriff's Office, the Madison Police Department responded to a call of a suspicious person at the Planet Fitness on Highway 72. A citizen called police saying that Fletcher and a woman were inside the business videoing people and asking personal questions. The Madison County District Attorney later ruled the shooting was justified. Since then, Fletcher's family says there's a lack of transparency from the police department.
We are making an unceasing demand that they release the names and release the body cam footage.
Fletcher's wife, Sherrod Fletcher, is pushing a bill named after him that requires police to publicly release body cam video.
It goes into why the bill is necessary, because there is no legislation in Alabama that states anyone is allowed access to body cam footage worn by police officers.
At some point during the protest, Madison police interacted with the Fletchers before their march. One of the officers who chose not to go on camera for an interview, including Lieutenant Greg Dees, says, quote, "We want to provide assistance to make sure everybody is safe." Shayla, Fletcher's sister, feels indifferent.
You come and ask how you can help now. You could have helped by not killing my brother on October 27, 2019.
Fletcher's other sister, Radia, says the Confederate monument being taken down outside the Madison County Courthouse brings some hope, but as for Dana's case,
do I think that it, plays in the favor of this case? Probably not so much. We're going to have to continue to apply, our own pressure.
Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.